qui ce type? Autour de toi, tout le monde s'inquiète.
Comment il est grand, il est costaud, il a 2 bras, 2 jambes, un cerveau qui fonctionne, il est en bonne santé.
Are you all set for a funny get-together that's been 10 years in the making? The super hit film Untouchables is back with a bang. The Untouchables is such a touching movie that it was featured in the 2024 Alliance Française French Film Festival. It's a comedy film, you know, and it's directed by the talented duo Eric Toledano and Olivier Nakache. Even though it's the same trailer they've released again for the film festival, it's still as captivating as ever, isn't it? We just can't get enough of it. The trailer starts by showing us a bit of Felipe's life. He's got a lot of money and lives in luxury, but he's also a quadriplegic and uses a wheelchair. But even with all of his wealth, you can tell he's feeling lonely and there's some things missing in his life. It's quite touching, really. Then we meet Driss. He's this young guy from the suburbs who's had a tough life and has just gotten out of prison. He's attempted to make a fresh start. He lands a job as Felipe's caregiver. It's a bit surprising because he doesn't have any experience and his background is so different from Felipe's. The trailer does a really good job of showing how different Felipe and Driss's lives are. Felipe is all about the high life and being with the elite. On the other hand, Driss is used to the tough life. These very differences that make their friendships so special and interesting. As we watch more of the trailer, we see how Felipe and Driss's relationship changes over time. It starts off as just a job, with Driss taking care of Felipe, but before you know it, they're not just caregivers and patients, they're friends. They're laughing together, going on all sorts of adventures, and helping each other through the tough times. The trailer's packed with funny moments, emotional scenes, and a real sense of friendship that's just so heartwarming. Do you know what really stands out in the trailer? It's how it shows the changes in both Felipe and Driss. At first, Felipe seems trapped by his disability, but then he starts to really live again, all thanks to Driss's love for life. Driss, who's been defined by his past, finds a new sense of purpose and feels like he belongs when he becomes Felipe's caregiver. The trailer gives us a peek at the hurdles Felipe and Driss face due to societal biases and differences. Their friendship breaks through all those barriers of class, race, and societal expectations. Visually, the trailer's just stunning. It's got these beautifully filmed scenes that really show us who Felipe and Driss are and what they're going through. And can we talk about Francois Cluzet and Omar Sy? Their performances are top notch. The way they portray Felipe and Driss is just amazing. You can really feel the special connection between their characters. The trailer wraps up on such a positive note, it leaves you on the edge of your seat, just itching to see the rest of Felipe and Driss's amazing journey. It really goes to show how powerful friendship can be, and how love can bring together even the most unlikely pair. So why is The Untouchables back? This film was brought back to the spotlight at the Alliance Française French Film Festival in 2024, for a variety of reasons. All these factors contribute to the movie's deep impact and the lasting effect it has on audiences worldwide. It's truly a gem of French cinema, isn't it? The Untouchables is a heartwarming film that tells the extraordinary tale of an unlikely friendship. The narrative is based on the true story of Felipe Pozo de Borgo and his caregiver Abdel Cello, adding a layer of authenticity and depth to the film. The story really highlights the beauty of friendship and the joy that can be found in the most unexpected places. It's a film that resonates with people from all walks of life. And let's not forget the global recognition it received. The film's success led to various adaptations around the world and played a significant role in raising awareness about people with disabilities. You know, it's quite impressive. The Untouchables made an incredible $426 million worldwide, making it the second most successful French film of its time. It's clear that the movie didn't just make waves, it created a tsunami in the film industry. When talking about acting in The Untouchables is truly something to talk about. Francois Cluzet, who plays Felipe, and Omar Sy, who plays his caregiver Driss, really brought their best to this. They filled their roles with so much humour and felt that it was hard not to be moved. Omar Sy's performance was so outstanding that he bagged the César Award for Best Actor in 2012. What's even more remarkable is that he was the first black actor to receive this prestigious honour in French cinema history. The film stars some other amazing actors like Audrey Fleurot, Anne Lenny, and Christiane Amery. It's a really great film. The Untouchables was even nominated for an Academy Award for Best Foreign Language Film in 2013. Even though it didn't take home the Oscar, just being nominated is a huge deal. And let's not forget the music in this movie. It's an amazing blend of classical tunes, jazz rhythms, and catchy popular songs. It definitely adds a special touch that makes the film even more appealing. The Untouchables really packs a punch with its bold message. It makes us question our preconceived notions about disability. What really stops someone from fully engaging in life? It's a thought-provoking question. The movie wonderfully shows the more relaxed and spontaneous aspects of caregiving, the fun, the playfulness, and the happiness, but it doesn't shy away from the hard truths either. It powerfully brings attention to the feelings of loneliness and isolation that people with quadriplegia and other disabilities can experience. It's a powerful mix of emotions that really makes you think. So what's the fans' reaction? People absolutely adored The Untouchables. It's one of those feel-good movies that lifts your spirits. It's all about tackling obstacles and changing your life in ways you never saw coming. And the comedy. 1 minute you're laughing out loud, the next you're getting emotional. The film was a huge success in France and even won over audiences worldwide. The movie has a rating of 8.5 out of 10. So the critics had quite a range of views on this one. Some were all praised for their outstanding acting and the sensitive handling of complex themes. However, some critics thought the movie didn't quite get it right. They thought the storyline about a wealthy paralysed man finding happiness through his bond with his African caregiver relied too much on overused ideas. They weren't really happy with the idea that the paralysed character could just become happier by taking in the energy and soul of his caregiver. So it's safe to say the critics had their differences on this one. Even with all those criticisms, the movie really shone because of its cast. Francois Cluzet, for instance, could only act with his face and voice, but boy did he convey a lot of emotion. And then there's Omar Sy, his cheerful and positive vibe was a hit with the audience. So despite the mixed reviews, the casting was spot on and played a big part in the film's success. So what do you know about the Alliance Française French Film Festival 2024? This film festival is happening in Australia, and it's a pretty big deal. It's like a massive party for French cinema. This was their 35th year running. That's over 3 decades of bringing the best of French films to the Aussie audience. And it's not just a small event either, it's one of the biggest French film festivals in the world. Can you believe that they pull in around 175,000 film lovers? Just goes to show how much Australians adore French cinema. So this festival wasn't just a one city show, it was all over Australia. We're talking Sydney, Melbourne, Perth, Canberra, Brisbane, Byron Bay, Adelaide, and even the Gold Coast. And it wasn't all on the same day either. The festival dates were different for each city. It started on the 5th of March and wrapped up on the 21st of April. It's like a month-long French cinema road trip across Australia. So guess who showed up at the festival? The new French ambassador to Australia, Pierre-André Imbert. He was really thrilled with how successful the festival was and loved how it was building cultural connections between France and Australia. He also talked about this cool initiative called the French-Australian Cultural Exchanges Foundation. So the artistic genius behind the festival was none other than Corinne Maury. She was the one who opened the doors to the 35th edition of the festival. Let me tell you, it was quite a show. They had a fantastic mix of 41 films on display, everything from comedies that will entertain you. The audience picked the film INTOUCHABLES as the star of the festival's anniversary. There's a Hindi adaptation of this movie in the works. It's not a sequel, but a remake of the original. It's being brought to life by Karan Johar's Dharma production and Gunit Monga's Sikya Entertainment. Now you know why the super hit film's back. Which is your favourite scene in this movie? Will there be a second part for this visual treat? Comment your thoughts on this and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.